Hi, climate change is a bit of a major concern nowadays, don't you think? To elaborate on that, we have the concluding part of the interview, Families and Their Role in Combating Climate Change, with Professor L. JIBON Kumar Sharma, Professor, Manipur Institute of Management Studies, Manipur University. Interviewing him is LEIHAOTHABAM Sharma. Other than education system, do you think it should start from the family and
Yes,
how
definitely.
important the role of the father and the mother?
Definitely. Because if you see holistically, say in today's environment, if marks are very important, naturally the father and mother will tell the child to score more marks because he's very concerned about the child's future.
Right.
But if the system is changed, not only marks, you also should have to have this kind of attitude and this kind of qualities that is addressed in our system, and then this kind of people are helped to come up by the sheer dint of their having this kind of qualities. Then definitely you'll find more people, not only marks, but marks plus having this kind of qualities. I'm not saying that marks are not important because they are, because examinations and all that. Yes, students take it seriously. They are also important. But there are also other things which are important that we need to address too.
We always focus on GDP, economy and other stuffs. We always tend to think about our children scoring great marks. Why do we have to focus so much on this, and later on it seems like we don't have time to think about certain changes that are happening around? We don't see phones anymore.
Yeah, Ritesh, I would like to cite one example. You must have come across in social media. Recently, I come across in social media that if you want to graduate in Philippines, you have to plant 10 trees and all that.
Okay, is there like that?
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know how far it is true, but I saw it. Okay, and I likewise, many people must have seen it.
Okay.
And also, I also came across in some region that if a girl child is born, so many trees should be planted.
Okay.
This can be taken up like this in a very nice and very fun way. Like if a child is born in the family, okay, fine, I will plant 10 trees or 100 trees like that. I see some kind of a positive change in our society also. After, say, engagement time, before marriage, I see many photographs that is circulating on Facebook that the would-be bride is planting trees and all that. These are fine, nice.
Yeah, very innovative. Yeah.
Innovative. That is why it's not difficult. We can take up the role that, we can think of planting more trees and also conserving water and also use of solar energy and all that. Because solar energy, whether we like it or not, is already there. And this is uninterrupted power supply. Yeah. We just have to tap it. If we tap it, then we don't have to dig the earth and extract the resources, which is not good in the long run. Of course, this is not rocket science. Many people will tell you that is it good to extract oil in the long run? It's not good because we are making holes in the earth.
Right.
But this is a very easier said than done because so many factors are involved. Many people know that. But the next thing may be that, how to tap the solar energy. Nowadays, we are thinking of heat waves and all that. It's very hot. People
You are suggesting transition into clean energy, right?
Yeah, clean energy.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that suppose if the solar panel, if there is an improvement in the battery storing power, storing capacity, one of the problem is the battery.
Right.
But a lot of research is going on there. If the battery can store a lot more power and also solar panel can absorb a lot more energy, which I believe may happen in few years' time. That may be very optimistic, but I'm quite optimistic. So that will be a disruptive kind of a technology. So now, it's so hot, good, we can convert it to AC or something. It's so hot, okay, fine, a lot of energy. Yeah. A lot of solar energy like that, So the mindset may change.
First thing always comes to mind, when it's hot, we say, we have to buy an AC.
Yeah.
We don't think other ways. And we really like the idea that you suggest, instead of celebrating and getting our food wasted for so many reasons, instead of that, when a child is born or whenever a celebration is there, we should plant trees instead of engaging in other stuff. So who do you think should play a great role in this? Who should play a major role in this kind of thing?
I think, Ritesh, it is everybody's responsibility. Everybody can be a role model. Now, this information technology has played a very important role.
Right.
Earlier, many people must have done very good work, but not many people know. Now, even I come to know someone whom I don't know has done some good work.
Right.
I get to see it because it has been shared n number of times. So I see that the world has become more transparent.
Right.
That's why you do good means people will know it.
Right.
You do bad, people will also come to know that, right? So better to do good. Why people do bad? Because they think that people will not know, right?
Right,
Just
true.
think like this. Why if somebody is doing bad, you ask the person, if he thinks that others don't know it, he will definitely say that I have done good. He is not admitting that good to do that bad things. He did it because people may not know it. But now the world has become more transparent because of these information technologies and all these things. That is why, if it is good, then do it. People will come to know about it. If you think it's bad, don't do it. People will know that because the reach has increased, That's why.
Okay. We missed a very important point, and it's about family planning and how we can link this with climate change and the role a family has to play.
Family planning, Ritesh, it may be a little different. Family planning, if you see from the Indian context,
Right.
maybe I'm not trying to link it up with the climate change. Indirectly, it may link somewhere. Many will tell you that it's very important.
Is it because of the population, that has been increasing?
Yes. Because, you see, we have this 1.3 billion population. And then you just look at the resources. See, India as a country is not very big, though it's very big, but it's not that big. Now the time may have come that will the resources in the country will be able to contain, be able to serve the population. Because what I get to hear is that you might plan some facility or some infrastructure, maybe airport, maybe roads, but it may be working now. After some years, 1 decade from now, it may not work because the population growth has increased. And also, when you look at the economic growth, or we have to think in terms of the population growth also, because economic growth or the social growth or the environmental growth, all these are linked with the population growth. So that is why from the larger picture, if you see the larger picture, population growth and then environment, social, these are linked. Of course, so directly and indirectly, it may lead to environment, and then when it leads to link with the environment, of course, it will be linked with the climate and things that we are talking now.
Okay, so it may have a knock-on effect later on.
Yes, another aspect is that it has become very costly now.
True.
Now to bring up a child, now the education and so many. And then say now we have to ask the question, do I have the capacity to bring up so many children?
Right.
Because will I be doing justice to their future? Will I have the capacity? So many things come into the picture.
Right.
Because things have changed and things have become different. We have to see from this angle. So it may not be like a personal problem. It may be a social problem later on.
Right.
Like family planning and all that.
In our society, it seems like the man seems to take the full responsibility of whatever is happening in the household. Do you think that we have this kind of culture, we have this kind of tendencies that the man has to take full responsibility and decisions in making things right? So do you think that this has a slight impact on certain things like climate change?
Yeah, that's a difficult question. And also, my observation may be a little different because when you see culture, though culture may be more in the domain of anthropology,
Right.
but we can see culture as, feminine and masculine.
Right, true.
Feminine culture doesn't mean that you are feminine. Feminine culture might mean that there's no strict demarcation between the role of the man and the female.
Right.
In masculine, these are the jobs to be done by men, these are the things to be done by women. There's a clear-cut demarcation. So what I see, what I observe is that now, on one side you find women more empowered. We find many women entrepreneurs doing
true.
very well. Numbers have increased. And also, amongst the girl students, they're also doing well in their studies and all these things. And also in job, their performance have increased to a great extent.
Right.
And many are taking up decision roles and all these things. Since we see all these things, now there's a blur in the boundary between, more and more blur in the boundary between what these are the things to be done by man, these are things to be done by women, like that. I believe that that's a good sign.
Right.
That's my personal opinion. And then climate change or our environmental, to make our environment good and all that, I believe this is everybody's responsibility. Like it's the responsibility of the man, woman, and young, old, everyone, right? So this is everybody's responsibility. And if things improve, then everybody has taken a good role.
Right. We could discuss more and we can keep on talking more and more about this. And I hope we will get more time to interact regarding this. But on a concluding note, what would you like to convey, especially to the masses with respect to the changes that are happening in the environment or with respect to climate change?
Climate change, many people have started talking about it. Now, so much of contribution has been done by the experts in the field of climate change. That is why even a person who may not be having much expertise in the field of climate, means we didn't do much deep study, when I can say a few things on climate change.
Right.
So because I'm also responsible for that. You're also responsible. Everyone is responsible. So my take on climate change is that this is maybe my personal opinion. Yeah, this is my personal opinion that it is doable when everybody cooperate to play a role. I believe that people will be ready. I believe that if you ask any people in Manipur, everybody will be ready to plant trees and all that.
Would be happy to do
Will be happy to do that. But now the next important thing is that how do you coordinate that?
Right, true.
How do we coordinate this beautiful volunteering attitude? Because I believe that people in our state have this very volunteering attitude or volunteering mindset.
True.
We have to use it in a very organized and a very coordinated manner so that it can come to some very concrete conclusion and realistic and then visible solution, something that we can see. So regarding climate change, regarding the environment, we have seen that our elders have done it, and then we have to follow the good advices, good work culture, good practices done by our elder generations, which they have shown. We have to take it up, and also we should not just simply think, just simply say, or just simply keep it in the forum or in the discussion stage. But it's high time we practice. So hopefully, I'm very optimistic that we will definitely see some good result. And then I'm hoping that there will be positive changes in the side of environment, people having more concern about the environment and also having more concern about the well-being of the others and all that. So that way, it's good for everyone. I'm very hopeful in that direction.
Which means systematic approach. And,
systematic approach.
Yeah, that's why management plays a great role in this, right?
Yeah, management also plays role, but I will not like to keep it in the domain of management only, because I think everybody can play a role,
right.
And everybody does some aspect of management and all that, and then starting with the resources and all that, how to use it optimally and all these things. It's about taking it up as a responsibility and doing it. It's not good for me only, but it's good for everyone. It's good for the whole place.
Right, true. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I hope to see you soon in our studio again.
Thank you very much, Ritesh.
Thank you. We just realized we have a great role to play, and you have just listened to the concluding part of the interview, Families and Their Role in Combating Climate Change, with Professor L. JIBON Kumar Sharma, Professor, Manipur Institute of Management Studies, Manipur University. Interviewing him was LEIHAOTHABAM Ritesh Sharma. That's all we have for today. We will meet again next week with a fresh topic. Until then, have a great day.